Hello Gosha, hello Robert, and hello Yazi. It's a pleasure once again to reach out to you. Hopefully this particular video does reach you, Yazi. I do appreciate all of the information that you have shared with us, as alarming as some of it is. I believe that it opens up many more doors. In fact, it could open up a lifetime of questions for all of us to ask. That said, I do want to let you know that obviously I'm writing or reading from my notes. And I do that because there is so much information that I want to get out, so much that I want to share, but I want it to be as succinct and on topic as possible. So with that, what do I want? Well, for me, it's all in the details. I'm tossing in a bit of backstory. In case you don't watch the other videos, on that note, I have created 3 other videos that I have attached to recent programs that Gosha has put together, and I'm going to go ahead and link and group them all together on this one particular show. So Yazi, if you do want an opportunity to get to know me better, I think that those 3 or 4 videos as a group gives you a clear understanding of kind of where I'm coming from. And maybe I represent, a large chunk of society, and if they took the time to do this are the questions that they potentially would be asking you as well. Okay, so back to the topic. As Shae, I enjoy this life, my time in nature, my family and friends. I enjoy my crafts and hobbies and a bit of thrill-seeking physical sport. I have some empath abilities, which allow me to read people fairly well, and on occasion can slip into other dimensions and speak with things that appear in my bedroom at night. Sometimes they tell me things I find frustrating, like being suppressed. But most of it does not faze me. My fear factor of all this stuff is almost at 0. I wouldn't call that other 5% fear. I would call it more concern, and sometimes it circles around some really rancid smells that come into the room. But all in all, it's been a pleasant adult life. Childhood, not so much, but hey, I don't even know if I really had those experiences at this point anyway, right? Okay, so Planet 6.0, and I label it that because based on, Yazi, what you said about the racial resets occurring around 6 times, I figured Planet 6.0 is a good label. Setting aside the life satisfaction I've experienced, fundamentally, I see this current Earth as a classroom for 5th graders, continually reiterating the same mundane learning experiences in my life, even just the ordinary daily stuff that life is filled with. I'm just completely over it. Truly, I do not know why I am still here. It's mundane and moot to my soul growth. I want to know where the Earth College courses are, not the courses in human school to learn and regurgitate more incorrect information, the more sophisticated planet Earth experiences. Not intense, more sophisticated. There is a difference. This is my blanket statement. I feel the life experience has just become flat. And this is coming from an awakened soul. I have known for years my time was up in 2011 or 2012, and that has nothing to do with the Mayan calendar and everything to do with the dreams that I received as a teenager. As time goes on, the core fundamental question is, what is the benefit of becoming awakened to all this? It wasn't cosmic agency that did this. This actually naturally happened a decade ago. And in all this time, the total sum to all of this, the reward for waking up, is to find out as a minority, your opinion does not matter. In fact, if you do wake up, you are not considered a winner of the Earth game at all. You are considered broken, and the cause for having to bring a destructive and soul-damaging reset to present time. I'm struggling to find the good purpose for this mass awakening, other than how much more love needs to be shared by all. What I am also concluding is the sleeping masses are being brainwashed from every single angle to stay asleep. And because of this, human collaboration, the key element to convince the Federation to not just look at us as if we were grains of sand, is literally impossible in this environment and requires the only alternative but to start over, which is a human race reset. Think about it. Even the end result is fixed. How? By the game programming and elements not being set up for souls here to win or excel at. Always a fail, apparently 6 times an epic fail. It's called poor programming, and down here one is fired for this. With all due respect, the game designers over there need to step aside and let others have a swing at all this. As I mentioned before in detail in my first message 1, the repair of planet Earth is being overcome by the chaos of the core design. One final note, controlling the souls down here even more is not the answer. I would be happy to share my ideas with the Federation on this as well. Okay, so what do I want? When we wake up, we should receive positive reinforcement for this activation. Telling us verbally is only the start and gets old quickly. How about the acknowledgement from the Federation that we have outgrown this game and should return to another higher dimension based on our frequency? And not through death. We should have the choice to leave in said current body and land somewhere as an equal to others on that said plane. And not as a slave in labor or worse. We should be given the respect, even as a hologram or fractal, for stepping into the Earth experience and receive an opportunity to integrate back into the chosen new world away from Earth. That doesn't necessarily mean 5D only. 5D is just more, from what I can tell, 5D is just more of the same as here, but with some different twists. We should be treated as equals. We are not all a detriment to other timelines. On the contrary, we might actually illuminate others in ways they have forgotten or even didn't know. Next, we need more positive, more happiness, and more wins down here. There needs to be much less of a fear factor and way less polarizing. If souls have special abilities, they should be able to enhance them. How about the ability to talk to animals? That would help a lot. Humans listen to animals, sometimes more than people. Next, why is it only looking human, the rule down here? It hasn't helped us at all. We still fight each other. If you flood a world with so many different types of species bodies, it becomes a lot less harder to single out any one for attack. We are apparently all down here as traveling souls from various planets anyway. Time to show it. And not over another period of 50 to 100 years. I'm talking about in my lifetime. Keywords here: unique, variety. We need more collaborative wins as a whole as well. It would be even better if there were hundreds of species down here succeeding at something together. It takes the human judging factor out of the equation and makes it more soul bonding. Where should it be? Oh, where it should be. It's empowering, and empowerment is the gateway to personal happiness. There needs to be much more success in health and wellness, positives for preventative living instead of pain for reactionary living, more financial wins for all, so people can afford to live better lives, have greater experiences, do more, see more, big wins. I'm going to segue really quick, but listen, if you want soul growth, let people come from a positive space. I mean, to go out and see the world like I got a chance to do, oh my gosh, it would just open up the eyes of people when they realize what's going on past the borders of the USA continent. There's a whole nother way of thinking out there. It's just something that you guys should consider. How about the abilities and speed in Earth travel? Not just for the government or the elite. Also, a release from any and all soul contracts, if they exist, or the suppression of our efforts down here. Create a space where humans are able to develop more critical thinking than just living by reaction. It would allow souls to feel proud again. How about a world where, as we build up a positive environment, there isn't a group right on the fringes waiting to destroy it? Basically, let souls have experiences that make their hearts soar again, and not just by watching a heartwarming video on TV. Real life experiences. There should be heroes created every single day. If you think about it, the game designers have created an Earth full of negative abundance. The buildup over centuries is undeniable. This is what is causing the reset. Ironically, it's the mass amount of negative that has awakened so many of us. That's the truth of it. Normally, I would say this is a good thing. But according to what Yazi has recently shared with us, it's the cause of a potential race reset. We don't need the Earth to break up into new continents for us to get back on track. We don't need to die of awful sicknesses. We don't need to be microchipped and controlled more. It doesn't need to be this way. Stop the madness. Stop the negative. It's time to let us as a whole shine. Just because we are in a game, it doesn't make it any less real for us. We feel things just as intensely as you do, maybe even more. I know the Lemurians had their chance, and one might say, oh, we tried that. But they were even more naive back then. Why else would they subscribe to something they did not want? They killed themselves so vastly, religion grew as a control mechanism. There is so much more I can offer in ideas and suggestions, which leads me to my final mention. I want to meet the game designers. Now, not after I die, not in sleep mode, awake, and now. I want an active role in managing planet Earth at the Federation table. I feel very strongly about this. I want to be terraformed and brought to this other plane or dimension, and let me, as a valid fractal entity, decide if I even want to come back down here to Earth. Maybe a better use of my soul energy is over there, helping clean up this Earth game mess. Maybe working with the Federation over there and working daily on this challenge is what is best for me and for my fellow Earthbound peers. I want to help. Based on what I am seeing down here, why would they not consider this invitation? Yazi, I hope this video finds its way to your computer and others like yourself. I am ready to become an Earth programmer for Earth 6.0. Let's keep 6.0 before it's too late, before it breaks down to 0 again. Thank you for listening. My name is Shae, and if you want to email me, you can reach me at cycr1315@icloud.com. Again, that's C as in cat, Y, C as in cat, R as in Romeo, 1315@icloud.com. Thanks again, all, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.